Also tonight, the power of your vote. Calls increasing tonight to redraw district lines in South Carolina after a recent U.S. Supreme Court ruling. The governor, though, says he will not make state lawmakers work overtime to get this thing done. Our Mike White tracking that story joins us live now at the State House. Now, Mike, you talked to several leaders about this today, including the governor. So what's the deal on it?
Yeah, Brian, the General Assembly now has around a week or so to make a decision on whether they want the congressional lines redrawn, or will that have to be picked up back in January. Now, this is coming after the Supreme Court's ruling on the Voting Rights Act, and even after the Supreme Court upheld South Carolina's congressional map back in 2024. Governor McMaster saying earlier today that he still thinks it's best for the General Assembly and lawmakers to make sure everything still complies with the Supreme Court.
Anytime you have a new case coming out, it's always appropriate to read, study to see if it has an impact on what you've already been doing.
On Tuesday, Governor Henry McMaster talking about a push to redraw congressional district lines in South Carolina. However, the governor says it's unlikely he will call for a special session at the State House to do it.
It depends on a lot of things that have not happened yet or may happen. The legislature's got to make a lot of decisions. This is up to the legislature.
If lawmakers choose to redraw district lines, it will happen about 4 years ahead of schedule, as maps are usually redone every 10 years after the results of the census come in. State Representative Jordan Pace, who introduced a House bill looking to redraw the lines in January, says he expected a Louisiana court ruling would lead to district lines being drawn without a racial component.
Don't take people's skin color into account at all. That's not, people don't vote based on their skin color, and that's not something we should make assumptions about when we draw these kind of lines.
Pace says he's been pushing since the ruling to add redistricting to the sine die resolution, meaning the legislature can call themselves back to work if it's not passed before the end of the session. This also comes just a month before the June primaries, including the primary in the race for governor. Democrats say they believe the push for redistricting will lead to more voting in those races.
I think more people will come out and vote because of what's going on, because people see the long game. They know that this is not good for the state in the long haul.
Opposition to redistricting points toward the 6th congressional district, where Congressman Jim Clyburn has held the seat since 1993.
The left, as a political entity for the last several centuries, doesn't like it when you make moves to take away their power bases.
It's really sad to see that there are individuals in the state who are pushing the state backwards.
Now, House Rules Committee will be taking on and discussing the sine die resolution tomorrow morning in a meeting. That meeting is set to take place at 9:30 a.m. Reporting in Columbia, Mike White. Watch Fox News Local First.